Welcome, and thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this very first day of summer 2016. It always kills me because we usually have it feeling quite a bit like summer long before we hit the very first day, but it is the longest day of the year, so enjoy yourself this evening in those extra few minutes, and it'll start going downward just a little bit after that as we continue on through the summer. It's a beautiful day today, and we're so glad you're with us, whether you're joining us on Charter Channel 181 or have found us in any of the other ways, either through Facebook or YouTube or the third hand video, whatever the case may be. Welcome. We have a great show coming up for you today. Right after we get back from our first break, we will be talking about the Owatonna Foundation, recent grants, scholarships, and their legacy society. So we're very excited to find out more about that a little bit later on in the program, out on location to Indian Island Winery. So let's take this first break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back. It is Monday, June 20th, and we're so glad you're with us on the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. We'd like to welcome in the studio Tom Dufresne. Hi, Tom.
Hi. How you doing, Deb?
Tom is on the board
of Trustees.
Trustees of the Owatonna Foundation, which makes up about how many individuals?
There's
Tom?
35.
35.
Yeah.
35 individuals making all those decisions.
Yeah, from all different parts of the community.
And
so
that's what makes it great. I think you have a lot of good, lively discussion about things that
we do.
You want to put money toward and have really picked some great causes in the past. So you'll be talking to us in a little bit about the Legacy Society, which we're interested in hearing a little bit more about.
Great.
And of course, Laura Resler, the coordinator of the Owatonna Foundation. Hi, Laura.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. And we want you to, if you could, we want to talk a little bit. Well, I should say Happy Father's Day, by the way. Did you have
thank
a
you.
Father's Day? Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. It's the first day of summer, and it's post-Father's Day. Anyway, what a great day, but I hope you had a nice one. We're a little bit cooler today than we had scorching on us yesterday.
Yes, it was warm.
Hope everybody had a good time with family. Laura, we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the recent grants. So again, Tom and I just touched on, people, the foundation doing great things. What are some of the recent grants that the foundation has been able to award?
Well, we had quite a few grant applications come in for the May round, and we awarded $12,700 to the high school track team for a timer.
Okay.
For a new timer. LTO, they're in the process of getting a new sound upgrade to the theater, so they received $20,000 for that. And then Historical Society, they had some roof repairs that needed to happen, so $8,300 to them.
Okay.
And then $4,500 to the Business Incubator for a new key and access, a fob system.
Okay.
So that they have easier access for potential renters.
Okay. And tell us just a little bit, tell our viewers a little bit about what gets considered. So these are, I guess I like to describe them kind of as physical things. They're things that we can touch that the foundation actually awards grants to, correct? And how do you best describe that to people?
It's traditionally been called bricks and mortar projects. More recently, we've kind of gone to more capital type projects if it's something that can be depreciated over time and be considered a capital asset, so that's where like the key fob would kind of fall under that capital type
and the timer
projects
and
the timer, because projects that have longevity and can have a lasting, impression on the community.
Okay. And sometimes people, I think, can get that confused between others that grant, like the United Way and things like that. They're more about programs and the people involved in those programs and programming. The Owatonna Foundation is more about, kind of like you said, the bricks and mortar or capital improvements that maybe support some of those programs, certainly. But it really, I don't know that there's an area in Owatonna that probably hasn't been touched. It seems like by the Owatonna Foundation.
Right. I mean, you look at it, a cross section of the community, whether it's parks and trails or the arts or just community things like the band shell downtown. Everywhere you look, the foundation has had a presence, and it's really, we're a very unique community that way, with a local foundation that has enhanced the community like it has.
You have a website, I'm sure just about everybody does
yes.
these days. And when people look on there, can they kind of see a little bit of the history of the
Yes.
foundation? Because I think it's fascinating. It must be pushing about 60 years
Well,
now?
this is the 59th year.
59th year of the
59th
foundation.
year, and actually, we're in the process of developing a PowerPoint for when we go out for Foundation Week, which
Okay.
we're going to talk about some of that history. So just kind of give people a little bit of the background and how things have progressed in those 59 years. And Tom is very good at going out with me and making those arrangements. And I said, well, we need something a little different. We got to change it up from the video. So we're going to be working on that and bringing that up.
Well, what amazing foresight for those people who started it so very long ago. And just to say, we really want to support this community, and how can we do it? And it just continues to just roll forward and support more and more here in our community. So it's just going to be everlasting. 50 years, they'll be talking about you two.
Oh, yeah, well, people probably talk about us now, but that's not necessarily good.
In a historical fashion, unless we all live another 50 years.
I feel like they are already. So that's not really all that good.
But in any case, those are the kinds of things. And I encourage viewers, as you go around Owatonna, and some things are marked and some things are not. But every once in a while you'll see, that something, if it's able to be put on there, that it was provided or supported by the Owatonna Foundation. And it really is quite amazing when you look around and see all of those things, and just kind of take note of those, because I think it's really important. So that kind of underscores, and Tom will be talking a little bit about Legacy Society and, of course, giving to the foundation to help it continue to be active. But we did want to take a moment too and talk about scholarships.
Right. Every year the foundation awards $30,000 scholarships, $30,000 in scholarships, I should say, to non-traditional and traditional students. The traditional students are those students that graduate, within this calendar year. Non-traditional students are those that have been outside of the classroom for a while and are going back, and our program supports 2-year technical colleges and community college level programs.
Okay.
And we've got $19,000 left for this year. The next deadline is coming up on the 25th.
Ooh, right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Okay, this Friday.
Applications are on our website. Jill Holmes has done a wonderful job coordinating that program for us. So if anybody is interested, they can go online. We also have a new scholarship for women, which was sponsored by Melanie Nelson and her mom, June.
Okay.
And that is specifically geared to women of diversity or single moms. And that's a $1,500 scholarship, and the information is also online.
Okay,
So.
maybe facing some unique challenges getting back into the workforce and things like that. So wonderful. And those are, like we said, that deadline is right around the corner. I guess the 25th is actually Saturday, so I think.
Right, so then they would have till Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
if
think
that's how it
legally,
It's like tax
Hopefully
day.
Jill doesn't call and say, no, but I'm sure anything that would come in would
Okay,
be
over the weekend.
accepted, absolutely.
All right, so do remember that, and keep in mind what those scholarships are for. Where can they get a hold of them, did you say?
Online, or they
Okay.
can call our office, which is 455-2995.
Okay, all right, Laura, thank you, and we look forward to some good participation there. It's always nice to have a great amount to choose from. I
Right.
mean, people who really need those scholarships, and for you to take a look at, so that's a wonderful thing. Yeah,
Great.
thank you. Tom, we want to talk a little bit about the Legacy Society.
Okay.
So let's first start by defining within the Owatonna Foundation what exactly that is.
The Legacy Society is another way to contribute to the Owatonna Foundation, and throughout our history, and it's typical of most nonprofit organizations like ours, legacy giving, estate type of giving, has always been a significant part of our, of the money that comes in.
Okay.
Close to 50% actually.
Really?
And so it's important for us to keep that going, and we were just talking about all the things that the Owatonna Foundation does, and if you feel it's important to keep that going, that might be one way that you can contribute. Sometimes current budgets get a little tight, and we do encourage and welcome any annual kind of giving as well. But if you can, think about leaving a legacy, and if you'd like, and if Owatonna's been important to you, and if you drive through town and you see some of those projects, and start mentally kind of taking them off the map, then you can say, maybe this is something that I'd like to support so this can continue for generations to come.
How does someone go about that then?
The qualifications are there too. Either mentioning the foundation in your will, and we just ask for sign a form saying you've made that commitment. We aren't asking for amounts, and no amount is too small.
Okay.
Or making a $10,000 lifetime gift during your lifetime.
Okay.
And we have a form to fill out, and we have currently 55 people on our list, I believe, right?
For legacy giving. That's amazing.
And we're looking for more. So yeah, we've always, Owatonna continues to be generous to all kinds of organizations, including ours.
And Owatonnans continue to be generous to the foundation, and I think that's so important. Like you said, the planned, or the not the planned giving, but the annual giving and the kind of the fundraising, if you will. That's not really what I want to call it, but giving that goes on during the course of the year. And you have a big campaign for that. When does that usually go on?
That's typically in the fall. We'll be starting our business solicitation campaign now in July. But then end of November is when we send out the end of year recruitment for donations.
And sometimes people are looking for those charitable donations to offset taxes and things like that.
Well, and even just memorials and things like that. Sometimes people think, well, you have to give a huge gift. Well, a $5 gift is just as important as a $5,000 gift. So we encourage people to gifts of any amount. Because they're all appreciated and they can all do good work.
And many times you do see that in at funerals and visitations too. Someone has requested in their wishes then that maybe some funds be left to the Owatonna Foundation. They might choose something like that, and pay attention to those, because those are really nice ways to acknowledge what that person may have wanted and planned for, or certainly what the family has.
Right.
And to give that gift maybe instead of to the family. And oftentimes they'll even say that memorials are preferred too, and then a certain entity. So keep in mind that can always be done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that is just great information. If they do they need to talk about legacy giving or legacy society? Do they need to speak with a financial advisor at all?
That might be part of what you want to do. It can be as simple as just naming a partial beneficiary on an IRA account.
Okay.
In fact, that's a very good way to do that.
All right.
But you certainly may want to consider talking with your attorney, financial advisor.
And I would probably do that, because even though you said that, and I guess I understand it in its simplicity, I go, leaving it as a beneficiary, and so it goes a little bit over my head, and maybe it does for some of our viewers too.
Sure.
I would definitely want a little bit of guidance there, and would probably seek that out, like you said, from your financial person or your attorney. So, well, legacy giving, grants awarded, congratulations to all of those entities, and scholarship applications due by the 25th. Laura and Tom, thanks so much for joining us, and for all of our viewers for supporting the wonderful Owatonna Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for having us on.
Thank you for having us.
All right, have a great summer. Enjoy this longest day.
We will.
All right. We'll take a break for our sponsors, and we're heading out then to the Indian Island Winery. Stay with us.
Looking for that perfect birthday party idea for your child? I have exactly what you're looking for, a pool or gym party at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. Hi, this is Brad. Contact me today at 774-7102 to schedule the party every child will love. Birthday party packages are available year-round. West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brick Mager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are on location today at Indian Island Winery, just outside of Janesville. And we're here talking with the owner, Ray Winter, and the winemaker, Angie Netsky, here at the winery. And thank you for having us on the show today, Ray.
Well, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to let people around here know about our winery.
Now tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the business and who's all involved in the business.
Okay. We started growing grapes back in 2000 as a vineyard. We moved into the nursery a few years later and started growing grapevines for other vineyards. And this is our 7th year now with the winery. And my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law are all involved with this, all very important parts of this operation. It is truly a family business.
And the farm now has come to the point where it deals solely with the wine business, correct?
Correct. All I do is farm grapes.
Okay. And do you farm vines as well?
Correct. We've got a 14.5 acre vineyard. We have a nursery that's about 4 or 5 acres. And the rest of the farmland that I used to farm is now rented out to other farmers.
Your wines have obviously gotten popular over the years, in the 7 years. Do you handle all the growing here, or how has that worked out for all your styles of wine that you produce here?
We grow some of all the grapes here, but we have other growers contracted around us that also grow for us. All our wine is 100% Minnesota grapes, Minnesota grown. It is truly Minnesota wine.
And what type of grapes are grown here?
We grow the grapes that the University of Minnesota has developed, like the Frontenac, the Le Crescent, the Frontenac Gris, the Marquette, and the new late release now that people are just hearing about is Itasca. And we also grow grapes that late Elmer Swenson developed. And he's got a lot of different stuff out there too, that with a combination of all these wines, we have a truly nice lineup of wines, about 20 different wines.
Are you obviously, are you well known in the industry?
Yes, I am. The nursery business has really helped us with that, because we ship grapes any place east of the Rocky Mountains. And our wines are in probably 200 stores in Minnesota. So yeah, we are pretty well known.
Now we're going to visit with Angie a little bit later, but for right now, share with us, where are we and what happens here?
This is a tasting room. This is where if you come in, you can always do a tasting here. Tasting is $5. You get to taste 5 wines. You get to keep our glass. We have a logo glass that everybody gets to keep and take with them if you do a tasting. Okay. And we also have live music either in this room, outside, or in our event room. And we have a kitchen that's open Friday nights and all day Saturdays, so you can come out and have some nice food here. We have live music every Friday and Saturday night, so you can always count on live music. Our patios, when it's nice, we can easily seat 200 people on the patios. We have 4 fire bowls. You can sit by a fire bowl if you want. It's truly a really nice laid-back night. We have beautiful sunsets out here. People take pictures all the time and send us, wow, the sunset we saw at the winery was just awesome.
So now we know what the physical building is. Tell us why the winery is called Indian Island Winery.
The site we're on was about 99.9% surrounded by water. And the Indians used to come up here and use this as a summer hunting camp for thousands of years. We found lots of artifacts on this site, and it's just really an awesome site.
Well, we'd like to see more. Could we see where the wine is brought in and produced?
Absolutely.
We have relocated to the winemaking room, and we're speaking with the winemaker, Angie Netsky. Angie, explain to us what happens in this, what actually goes on in this room. The grapes come in, and take it from there.
So everything starts at harvest, of course. We harvest with the mechanical harvester now. all of our grapes come in these big tubs. Then we crush and we press, and everything goes into some of these stainless steel tanks back here, which are actually dairy tanks, but they have cool jackets on them so that we're able to cool ferment our white wines and our rosé wines to maintain a lot of the aromas that are very preferable in those types of wines. Some of our red wines are not pressed right away. They get put into open top tanks and are fermented on skins, because then the skins help release color and tannins that are preferable in those styles of wines. So
now you obviously had a lot of education to do in this area. Could you share, and we'll talk more about the process, but could you share what was involved in learning about winemaking?
So a lot of my education was hands-on. I did do some college focusing on chemistry courses, because there's a lot of chemistry in winemaking. From there, I went on to intern for the Horticulture Research Center, where they breed the cold hardy grapevines at the U of M. After that, I interned out in the Finger Lakes in New York, learned from one of the best winemakers out there. And then I went on, I came back here and did some more enology courses after that. And
the wine gets here and it's crushed, and you said in the vats. Tell us a little bit about the fermentation that you do for the styles of the wine.
So different wines, of course, there's always different styles. Red wines, of course, are fermented on skins. White wines, we want to maintain a lot of the aromas and fruit, or, the fruit that comes out of the grapes.
So you basically look at each, taste it, and decide what it needs based on how the grape's grown. Is that correct?
Basically, yeah, and based off of the season.
And you do offer ports, and so
yes.
And explain that fermentation process.
Our port wine is unique because we don't fortify with brandy. We actually ferment to the alcohol level, so it's smoother because of that.
And really quick, you said you're one of 3 wineries in the nation that does what?
We're one of the 3 licensed nurseries to be able to sell this new variety, Itasca.
We'd like to learn more about the wines, so can we go back to the showroom?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Angie, we relocated to the tasting room. Why don't you walk us through the wines that we're seeing displayed here?
So we have a little bit of everything, a wine for everyone. We have anywhere from our dry white that is lightly oaked to some of our sweeter whites like our La Crescent. Then we have our Maiden Blush, which is even sweeter yet, perfect summertime wine. Then we have our dry reds all the way up to some sweeter reds. And then we have our dessert wines, which include a chocolate infused and a couple different ports. So we have something for everyone.
And food to boot, right?
Yeah.
And Ray, why don't you tell us your hours of operation now that we're into the summer, close to summer hours?
Okay, this summer we are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from noon to 4. Fridays and Saturdays, noon to 9. Sundays, noon to 5. Our kitchen is open Friday nights from 4:30 to 8:30, and on Saturdays from noon to 8:30.
And people can check, you do have a website, correct?
Correct. IndianIslandWinery.com is our website. All our music, our events, everything is listed on there. We have live music every Friday and Saturday night. We have 3 big special events during the summer. One on June 25th is also a cancer benefit. We have our Wines and Vines and Good Times in the Vineyard and the second Saturday in August, and we have our Grape Stomp the second Saturday in September.
Okay. So a lot of fun things going on in the winery here during the summer months. Now, are those hours in effect right now?
Yes, they are. Those hours are right now. Okay. I said if you got questions about directions or hours or events, please go to IndianIslandWinery.com because it's all listed there.
Okay. Now, anything special coming up here in the month of June?
Yes, we have our cancer benefit again. It's our funds are going to the Hope Lodge in Rochester, where they help put up people that are going through cancer treatments, and also for the families there. And it's a great place. So the money stays local and really helps people that need it.
So are you open to doing fundraisers for others?
We do. We have nonprofits come out here at different times, and we work with them so that they can do fundraisers out here, and it's a great thing. We like to give back.
And I noticed also you do have a little gift shop with wine accessories and things, correct?
That is correct. My wife does a great job of keeping new items in the gift shop all the time if we can, and she does a great job of running it during the week.
Well, thank you for having us out, and we invite you all to come on out to Indian Island Winery. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Owatonna. We bring new life to senior living in our Alzheimer's and dementia care and our assisted living care communities. Brookdale Owatonna is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and a trip to the Indian Island Winery is certainly in order. What a great place to go and just enjoy some of the wonderful summer that we have. Matter of fact, first day of summer, of course, is today. As we mentioned at the beginning of the program, it officially occurs at, Leanne wrote it down for me, 5:34 p.m. today. So again, happy first day of summer. A few announcements to pass along before we wrap it up. Since August 2014, the pulmonary rehab program at the Owatonna Hospital has been helping patients with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, otherwise known as COPD, and other conditions. The 8-week program is an opportunity to see a respiratory therapist regularly. It consists of 16 sessions held twice a week. To enroll in the pulmonary rehab program, you need a physician referral. There is a fee required. This may be covered by your health insurance. You can check that out. They encourage you to call your insurance company and ask if outpatient pulmonary rehabilitation is covered by your provider. If you want to enroll in the pulmonary rehab program or have questions, please call the respiratory therapy department at 507-977-2190. 977-2190. Another medical note, Free Clinic of Steele County has officially moved now. Its permanent location on Southview Street, where volunteer staff will continue to provide medical care to residents of Steele County who do not have health insurance. Their location is 134 Southview Street in Owatonna. There's a lot of parking. Office hours are Monday through Thursday from noon to 5. Second and fourth Wednesday of each month from 6 to 8. For more information or to schedule an appointment or if you're interested in volunteering, which they are looking for that as well, call 475-3867. 475-3867. Coming up at the Owatonna Arts Center this Friday, June 24th from 7 to 11, it's the 50s Dance Party. So bobby socks, poodle skirts, and all that fun stuff. Tickets are $15 for adults, $12 for OAC members, $7 for age 12 and under, and they are available at Tone Music, Kotke Jewelers, and the Owatonna Arts Center. Go on and have a bopping good time at the Owatonna Arts Center for their 50s Dance Party this Friday. Coming up on Wednesday's program, we will be joined by Mama Stone's, which is gluten-free baking or gluten-free cooking and baking. I guess I'm going to find out a little bit more as they come in here, so we're looking forward to our guests there. And then a visit to the Owatonna Post Office. That'll all be on Wednesday's program. We'll see you then. Have a great day.